Hi, the citation tracker will show you what content of yours is getting cited by the models based on the report data. So you can see here a list of your website, the website that you own. So what the system does, it actually looks at content that is on your domain or domains or websites that you tell it that you own. So here in the settings, you can go ahead and see that, for example, our domain here, getspotlight.com, any content that has been cited from that domain will then be included in this list. And you can also include other domains that you own where you have content or URLs, specific links to content that you have. For example, LinkedIn articles, a YouTube video, any other content you have anywhere on the web that is yours and you want to track the citations of. So what you want to do also, you want to make sure that you have also content that the system does not pick up, because here we have a list of content that the system either detected automatically that you told them about, or if you want to easily import more content that you own, you can go ahead and import from your sitemap, assuming your sitemap is up to date with your content, which it really should be. You can go ahead and load the sitemap and then find content that you want to track. So I'd go ahead with articles or blog or blog posts, and then you want to select those. Here, for example, articles. I don't need this one specifically, the category URL, but all the actual articles I don't want to import into the system, and then make sure that the system will then track them. So then you can see for every piece of content how often it was cited. If it ever cited or in the last run, or was it generated by Spotlight? You can tell the system if you have the content was generated by Spotlight. That'll help us improve the content that we create. And you can even click and see how often it was cited by each of the models over time. So here, for example, we can see in the last run, if I click over here, we'll see the actual prompts that cited this specific piece of content by each one of the models. So we have the performance. Now, a few cool things worth knowing. One is, you can click here and see the filter by the first time, content that was cited for the first time. So this is fresh content that just got cited. Or you can see also content that was never cited, and then try to look into why it wasn't cited. Now, content will not get cited if it's not indexed. The models go and search Google and Bing, but mostly Google, for content in order to choose data to cite and rely on in the responses. So if your content is not indexed, it will definitely not get cited. So here, for example, what we did recently, we connected Google Search Console to Spotlight. You can connect your Google Search Console, and then you can go ahead and click here, and this will now ask Google whether this piece of content is indexed or what's the indexing status. And let's see, in this case, so this piece of content was not indexed. Google discovered this website on the sitemap, but it did not actually crawl it and to decide whether it wants to index it and then serve it in the search results. So I'm just going to ping Google and tell them, hey, look at this URL, index it when you get a chance. So that you can do that every day if you like. It just kind of reminds them too that you are waiting, and it kind of hurries them up a little bit. So that's one thing you can do with the non-cited content. And you can also see all this data. You can filter by model. You can export the data. You can see a graph of how what your citation share is over time if you click over here. And this will help you make sure that your content is actually performing. So have fun.